Hi, hello, and welcome back to another video. My name is Doc, and today we got absolutely nothing special planned at all. So, as we're all painfully aware, Wuva is in a crazy content drought these days, and that won't really change until maybe 2.8 is out. And in all honesty, I didn't really know what video to make because, well, there is no content. However, thanks to a lovely comment, I have decided to make an account review. Sort of. Personally, I don't think I'm knowledgeable enough about builds and everything else these big gacha CCs talk about during account reviews. Instead, I'll go over all my units, the reasons I had for pulling them, and what I love or hate about them. Of course, I'll show you their builds as well. I'm going to try to explain why I built them the way I did to the best of my capabilities. So sit back, relax, and enjoy! I want to start off by saying that I have been playing Wuthering Waves since its release, and throughout the past year and a half my account has changed a lot, and so have my preferences. That change will be brutally visible once we compare my older units to the newer ones. I actually began playing Wuva mainly because I wanted to play a fun and challenging gacha game, and because we love fictional titties. But the game wasn't really my thing in the beginning. The story didn't catch me, and I had absolutely no understanding of how to properly build downright anyone. However, once the Renacida arc began and everyone was singing such high praises, I wanted to give my neglected characters another chance. And thanks to big gacha CCs, I figured out what I did wrong and what needed fixing. Okay, seriously though, enough yapping and let's start clapping! Or something like that. Alrighty, first I am going to show you my general roster, and as you can see I may or may not have spent a little bit of money. The characters I skipped are either just not my thing or tall men. And I want to clarify something here, okay? Brandt is hot as fuck. Chiyu-yan, Chiyu, the new guy, he is hot as hell. But I don't play tall male characters in any gacha game, because I feel like they have a weird as hell running animation. I don't know why, but it's such a noticeable, lanky animation difference to me that it turns me the hell off. I'm sorry, gang. And Rochia. I didn't really want to build her. Lots of people said she kind of heavily relies on her signature weapon, as do a lot of other characters, people, we don't talk about that. And I think her hair looks a bit plasticky. I don't know why. I don't know why, but just the way it's shaped, I'm weird, okay? I just didn't pull for her. Okay, I'm just going to quickly cover the standard characters and the 2.5 4 stars I got built, because I don't know how interested anyone is in these. So there's that. Okay, first we have Yang, who I purely built because I wanted to see if an FTP Carlotta team would work well, and spoiler alert, it kind of does. So there's that. I usually swap her and Changli with Emerald of Genesis, and I have her on Moonlit Clouds purely for the support. And the reason why I said free-to-play Carlotta is because Yang's outro skill gives energy to the next incoming resonator, and that's really good for Carlotta. Next up we have Sanhua, who has a decent, or a decent crit rate to crit damage ratio. I always have her on Emerald of Genesis because I used to use her quite a lot back when I used Camellya a lot, but we don't talk about that. I have her on Moonlit Clouds again, purely for the support capabilities of giving or increasing attack for the next Resonator. And Sanhua gives a 38% basic attack damage boost to the next incoming Resonator. So that's why she's good for Camellya, and why I personally didn't pull for Rochia as well, because the damage difference that Camellya would do if you have Sanhua or Rochia is not that big, so it didn't really matter that much. Next up we have Dungeon, and I know a lot of people love Dungeon, and I am one of these people. I love Dungeon so much, and I would love to be a crazy Dungeon main who solos every single hologram with her, but I lack skill. I am not very good at dodging, so we'll see when that's gonna happen. Yeah. Then we have my pretty daughter, Encore. Yes, I want to play her more, I want to build her, and I hope to God that one day Kuro is gonna update these old-ass echo effects, because they're so bad in comparison to the new Renacida echo effects. I have her on Augment, or usually I swap her and Zhezhi, Disappointment Child. I swap these two around so that whoever I'm playing has the crit rate. I have her on Molten Rift for the fusion damage increase, and I have her on S2, and I hope one day I will have her S6. Moving on to Verina. Yeah, I have never properly built her or invested a lot into her because there was just no need. I was completely fine with what she could do in all of my teams whenever I used her. She scales off HP, so there is that, I think. I have her on Variation for the extra energy recharge, and as you can see, I just did not feel the need to invest into her. I also put Rejuvenating Glow on her for the extra healing and to increase the attack for all other party members. It's a good support set for any healer. Yes. And my biggest disappointment on my entire account is having her on S6. And for all those wondering who maybe didn't see the other video, her S6 is not good. It just deals more damage. Yeah, it's not that good. So there's that. Next off, we have the first limited unit, Yinlin. Yay! I don't use her. She fell off, kind of. I mean, she was useful in a team with Jinhsi until Zhezhi came out. The Disappointment Child. Then I stopped using her because she just wasn't that useful or good in that team anymore. And I did try to use her with Zhang Liao, but the team didn't convince me enough, so I didn't really play it. She is one of the only characters whose signature weapon I don't have, and I know it's kind of crazy that I have Yinlin, but not her signature weapon, because her signature is really, really good on basically every single rectifier user. And maybe eventually I will pull for it. However, I personally try to at least go for every character's signature weapon anyway, so I don't really see a reason to have the String Master, is it, on my roster. I don't think we should talk about this any further, to be honest. Again, I don't use her. Her talents are... well, they're talents for sure. Not good ones, but they're there. And, of course, S0. I think now... okay, now we're getting to the actually built characters. And I hate to inform you, but I have Zhezhi, her build. I have a pretty tragic backstory with her. We go way back. We go way back. Not in a good way, though. When she first came out, I really wanted her. And I lost my 50-50. So I spent money. A lot of money. Had to go to Heart Pity twice, by the way. Got her. I wasn't happy about it at all. And she's been on my account ever since. I am glad that I have her because she's Carlotta's best support. But other than that, she exists. I did not put that much effort into her. My main concern with her has always been energy recharge. Because I personally feel like she doesn't output that much damage. I mean, not like have her built for good damage. But you want her to consistently have her ultimate up. So that you can quickly swap from her to Carlotta. I swap her with Augment. I usually have her on Augment, actually, which at least makes the stats look a bit better. Yeah. I use her on Moonlit Clouds because, again, it's a buffing set and you want her to buff Carlotta because all for our short queen, am I right? Yeah, I did the bare minimum. She works perfectly fine for me. I, again, don't see a reason to level up her talents because everything so far in my Carlotta team works perfectly fine. So I don't think I should be, quote-unquote, wasting my resources just to level her talents. And, of course, S0. Then we have the Rover. I mainly use Rover for my Cardafia team, and I have lots of energy recharge on her because, well, of Blood Pact's Pledge. Try saying that quickly 3 times in a row. Blood Pact's Pledge, Blood Pact's Pledge, Blood Pact's Pledge, Blood... Yeah. Anyway, I use Rejuvenating Glow. Again, for healing and to increase attack, which actually, now that I think about it, the Cardafia team doesn't even need attack. Why do I have this set on? I think it's the best set there is on her. We just accept Arrow Rover with Rejuvenating Glow, okay? We just deal with that, right? Talents are nothing special. S5, I think that's as far as you can get as of right now. I think we'll get the last Resonance Chain at the end of 2.8, probably. But yeah, I don't have any other traces. Resonance Convert. I don't have any other abilities really leveled. I did use Spectral Rover for quite a while, especially when Phoebe came out. But yeah. And I have never once really used Havoc Rover. Okay, this is gonna be an interesting one. Jinhsi was my first main in Wuba. When I first saw her as a literal hologram in the 1.0 story, I fell in love. I wanted her. I said to my friends, no matter what, I will get her. And I did. I did lose my 50-50, but I did get her eventually. And she is also the resonator I probably struggle with the most when it comes to building. I have not used her since Carlotta came out, I have to be honest. And one of the reasons is because that goes out trash. I have her signature weapon, and her stats look like this. And it's tragic. It's fucking tragic. But, you know, it is what it is. And we just gotta live with that. I think she is an amazing character. She's a great DPS. And if you use her with Cantarella and Shorekeeper, you get big PP damage. But other than that, I just have a lot more fun playing other units now. And I love other units a lot more as well when it comes to their character, I guess. Or I wouldn't even necessarily say their character per se, just the playstyle, I think. And yeah, Jinhsi has kind of been benched. I am using Celestial Light. And again, Kuro, please update these stats. Or the effects. Please update the effects. They're so bad. They're so bad. Please change it. Then we have her talents, which as you can see, I did put effort in. Almost everything maxed. Sort of. Kind of. And I don't think I will level up her talents in the near future. Maybe if the Echo set ever gets fucking changed! It probably won't. It probably won't. And of course, we have her on S0 as well. Hey, quick break from the account review. I just want to take a moment and thank all of you for the crazy support. The last week has been kind of nuts, to be honest. I did not expect to gain so many followers. That sounds like we're called. So many people who like my content. I did not expect so many people to like the silly videos I create. Anyway, I want to genuinely thank all of you. Your comments mean the world to me, and every time I see that someone else commented, I just happy clouds over my head or something. Okay, but enough of that. Let's get back into the video. Now let's talk about everyone's favorite wife, Shorekeeper. She is S0. Her talents are looking cooked. But to be fair, you kind of, at least what I believe, you kind of only have to level up her Resonance Liberation anyway. So there's that. Maybe I could put effort into her skill, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. I also have her on Rejuvenating Glow. It's her best set. Because it heals and gives attack to other units. I got her signature weapon. And those are her final stats. Lots of HP and lots of ER. And one thing I want to say is that I fucking adore Shorekeeper. I think her design is one of the most gorgeous in this game. Her character is so beautifully written and she's amazing. I love her. And I'm very grateful that she is the way she is in terms of story and design, because I feel like a lot of people really, really love her, which makes it a lot better if you have to use her in almost every single team, because she's kind of, well, cracked. And her and I have very interesting history together. I took a break from playing Wuthering Waves for quite a bit, until I saw Shorekeeper's trailer. And then I was like, you know what? She is unbelievably gorgeous and reminds me of Ayanami Rei. So I opened the game and I thought to myself, you know what? You have 50 pulls, girl. You're on a 50-50. Try your luck. And I got her within 20 pulls. And then I tried for her weapon. I also got that really early. So yeah, I think she just really loves me. But to be fair, I think she just loves every single rover. So, best girl! Okay, moving on to Camellya. She was my main, pretty much the moment she came out up until, I think up until Phoebe came out, actually. because I really enjoyed her playstyle. She carried me through TOA, she carried me through Whimpering Wastes, and I think Camellya carried a lot of people through Whimpering Wastes, but again, she kind of really fell off in that game mode, I think, because of the HP inflation, which we love. Anyhow, I think I have a pretty decent build on her. I mean, she does some good damage. Crit rate to crit damage ratio is pretty good. I wish I had more crit rate on her, but I feel like that is really hard, and her echoes aren't the best either, to be honest. I got her signature weapon because we all love a psycho girl, and we all want them to have the best, right? I use her on Havoc Eclipse because it's her best set. And again, the set effect itself is kind of bad, so let's all make some noise. Let's all tell Kuro that they should please change the effects of the old sets. Please. Or give us some new ones. How about that? Give us some new ones. Anyhow, as you can see, I have her... She was the first unit I properly tried to, like, grind for levels as well. There is not much to say. I mean, aside from that, I should definitely level up her normal attack to 10, because that's kind of what she needs the most. And for sequences, obviously S0. Also, funny story, with her it was kind of similar to Jinhsi, because when I first saw her sitting on that goddamn tree, looking down on us and talking about some random ass thing like Seed of Fate, I knew I wanted a psycho. I knew I wanted a psycho girl. Yeah, I have issues, I know. Okay, now let us talk about Changli. She is gorgeous, and I pulled for her because, I mean, look at her. I am so sad that her damage ceiling is kind of low, except for if you play her like with Brand and Lupa, and then Brand and Lupa kind of carry. But yeah, she's hot mommy material, and who doesn't love that? Am I right? I think her stats are fine. She is one of the units I just don't play, like, at all. I played her when she came out and then immediately benched her once Camellya came out. So there's that. But I have been trying to kind of build her in case I'll ever play her. That case has not yet happened, so there's that. As I said before, use Emerald of Genesis on her, and her... Again, I don't use her. I don't use her. But yes, you would use Molten Rift. Her talents, yeah, they're trash. They're bad. I know she deserves better. I know our lovely mommy deserves better. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. One thing I want to add. Whose design choice was the hair accessory? And I mean the rings that are connecting her hair to parts she cut off, I assume. I don't know if there's an explanation for that in her story quest. I kind of skipped that. I kind of skipped that, I'm sorry. But yeah, why? Why is it the way it is? I want to know why. It's been bothering me ever since I got her, and I still don't know why it exists. But yeah, like, you go, girl. Slay, honestly. Slay. And last but not least, we have Xiangli, who's S0. Talents are... They're talenting. Yeah! The recording's already been pretty long, and I thought it might be nice if the account review would be split in 2 different parts. I will upload the second half within the next, like, 3 days, so you guys don't have to wait too long. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the first half. If there is anything at all you are curious about, do let me know in the comments. If there's anything you would like to see in the future, you can also just let me know. I will try my best to do good YouTube things. I hope you guys enjoyed and had fun seeing my characters, I guess. I don't know. I've never done an account review, and I think it tells. I think it shows. Regardless, it was fun. I think. Yeah, I'm gonna just stop talking. You guys have a good one, and see you all in like 3 days. Bye-bye.